How's it going, Metamaniacs? Today I'm going to be coming at you guys with a first look of the new UniVersus deck loadable content, Street Fighter Edition. Here we go! Hey guys, I'm really excited that I got to crack open this box to give you guys a first look at the new DLC kit, Street Fighter Chibi. First thing you'll notice, the box size. The box size is now the proper size that we were all hoping for, and by comparison, you can see it's marginally smaller, which is definitely something that a lot of people, including store owners, are probably going to be excited about, as they won't take up a gigantic amount of space. Although this does not take away from their beauty, it just kind of compacts it, as they still look really sharp and eye-catching. They're just a lot more easy to handle than they were before. As we break into this box, we'll see some amazing looking cards, and trust me when I say the lighting on the camera, although is good, it does not do the cards justice. It's something you're just going to have to see in person. The cards are nice, premium feel in the hand as well. I'm blown away every time I open them up, and the foil printing seems to get better and better every time. So the first thing we're going to be taking a look at is Bison's kit. Now he has interesting ways of readying himself after committing it or failing checks. Seems to be an interesting theme where you're going to want to fail checks rather than pass them, but he gets some interesting benefits from them. He also has some interesting vitality sap and a handful of ways of both removing cards from the opponent's discard to stop pesky insect cannons or other things that'll deal with the discard pile, and a little bit of mill on top of that for those of you out there who like the mill strat and really want it to come home. His attack, though, also has a great way to generate snap momentum, and it's just a beefy attack outright. And it's under Fury, which is great because it'll go with any of the Fury kits you might see. Now, this next kit is probably my favorite. Ibuki's kit. First of all, this is one of the most beautiful looking cards. This foundation is fantastic, both in effect and on the table. It's like, it took my breath away when I turned to it. It was fantastic. Her attack also allows you to do some interesting cycling, which kind of goes with her overall kit ability of being able to throw out a bunch of, albeit weak attacks, but you can really chain them together nicely by having them ignore progressive difficulty, along with a nice canny ability when you use combos to cycle your hand, to kind of let that hand go farther and get the attacks you need to continue those long strings. Also looking gorgeous, and like I said, the art is fantastic here. I'm really digging it, and the backgrounds they put on them. Third up, we got Sea Viper, who is bringing charge back with a great heat. She's also very stunning, as she has tons of stun and stun support. Her combos allow you to do more stun, and her foundation helps you defend against stun, or amp your speed of your own stun attack. On board, she also has, just on her character, an ability to cycle a card at the beginning of every turn. And for those who aren't familiar with the term cycle, it allows you to discard a card and draw a card. The thing that makes her particularly good at it, though, is you can look at the top card at the beginning of every combat phase and then decide if you wanted to discard and draw. And since this is a responsibility, if it's your turn, you also get to review a card in addition to this, which just kind of helps you groom your hand to really get those consistent combos going. Fantastic. And last, but certainly not least, next up, we got Akuma. He has a barrage of being able to flip your opponent's stuff, and he benefits from them greatly while flipped. His foundation lets you look at your opponent's hand based on how many flip foundations there are and choose one, and they have to discard it and then draw. Certainly they could draw something, but the chances of them drawing the exact thing they need that you didn't want them to have, pretty slim. His attack is also a fantastic attack with both multiple and something that gives his multiple the ability to flip foundations, in addition to causing your opponent's checks for the rest of the turn to get -1. And then on the actual character himself, he continues that with having an ability both messing with checks and allowing you to flip some foundations depending on what happens after your opponent fails checks. Overall, he's pretty dope as well. I'm really digging all the characters in this slot, and all the effects are just fantastic. We also got a nice showcase here of just how great these looked. If you didn't like the up close, I got a nice pan here. Look at how great the foiling comes off and how nice everything pops. And again, I gotta say, the card quality here is phenomenal. It's definitely worth the $30 MSRP. Most of the time at your Premier store or some other places, you might be able to pick it up cheaper, or even on Jasco's live stream, sometimes they'll have DLC kits on sale. But you're definitely going to want to pick this one up. It has some potent attacks, particularly the Akuma attack, I personally think is peak attack. And Ibuki's foundation is, in my opinion, if you can run it in your deck, if you're running all water or life, like this should be in your deck. Its static effect allows you to easily block stuff, and reversal if you're into that, which water, all, and life have a handful of potent reversals. Plus, I kind of have a soft spot for the fact that it is just a gorgeous looking card. It looks so good in person, like amazing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first look at the Street Fighter DLC kit. If you guys are interested in winning one of these bad boys, there'll be links in the description for a Gleam giveaway. And you can just follow that link, follow the instructions, and you'll be signed up, and hopefully you guys will be the lucky winner of this DLC kit. Other things of note, you can go ahead and check out our Patreon if you're so inclined. Right now we have these awesome people that have already donated to us. Thank you guys for joining us, and hope to see you next time. Take care, guys.